My name is Rex Botangan, and in May of this year, I will have been employed at Our Saviour Center for 25 years.
Hi, my name is Diane Williams, and I'm the Family Resource Manager at Our Saviour Center. I've been with Our Saviour Center for 11 and a half years.
Originally, this was supposed to be my summer job. In May of 1992, after the Los Angeles riots, Our Saviour Center provided a program for several members of the parishes that were affected by the riots. At 4 of these parishes, not just the parishioners, but especially the surrounding communities, for the kids, there was nothing to do because everything else was burned down. So immediately after the riots happened in May. We started the program in June, where we took kids from the affected areas to summer outings, to the beach, to Dodger games, to Angel games, to simple things like bowling, which surprisingly very few of them have ever had the opportunity to go to, including the beach, which was surprising to me.
I started here as a volunteer. And how that started was through friends of ours from Church of Our Saviour. We hung out with this family a lot. They were Church of Our Saviour members, and they were building the kids' campus, and they needed an attorney on their board. So my husband and his best friend, he's like, come on, you're going to be on this board with me. We need an attorney to get the kids' campus built, so we need you on our board. So he came on the board. And I was working at Sparklets at the time, and they decided to move to Atlanta. So I'm not moving to Atlanta. So my husband, when I got laid off, is like, well, you're looking for a job, you get down to the center and volunteer. So I came down here, and Doris and Rex and Melissa and the crew were all here, and I started working with them. Gabby was having her first baby, so they needed someone to fill in and do some of the stuff she was doing while she had the baby, so they brought me on as a paid staff member while she was out on maternity leave. And then one of the other staff members ended up leaving shortly thereafter, so then they hired me on full time back in the Doris Day and Day.
Later on, as the needs of the center grew, I was then moved on to development and grant writing. Throughout most of my time, I had been writing for my own programs, for the city's program, and as administrator, I did part-time grant writing for the center. When our development manager left at the time, Doris asked me to take over that position, which I did. And up to that point, I had been the grant writer from that point until the retirement of our executive director, Rich Hill, in which case the rector of the Church of Our Saviour, which is our ultimate sponsor and parent organization, Gary Bradley, appointed me as its next executive director. I've been the executive director now for 4 years.
I think most of us have done a little bit of everything over the years. I've been the office manager at this location, Our Saviour Center. I've done the food program. I was the office manager over at the kids campus for a while. Then I came back over here. Now I do the food program, and I do the motel voucher program for homeless families. And I also do some of the HR and the building maintenance stuff, work with the plumbers and the gardeners and everybody else that comes along. So we all wear many hats. I think most people that have worked here have done most of the jobs.